Hestia, goddess of the hearth, home and family. She's one of the most overlooked goddesses in Greek mythology, which actually really suits her archetype because she wasn't involved in a lot of drama. Her energy actually represents the quite opposite, that of calmness, centeredness, and basically that inner sanctuary. So while she was not one of the most famous of the Olympian gods, she is the one that we need to connect to if we are seeking a sense of inner peace and stability. Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jada. In this series, we're looking at the different archetypes of Greek mythology to get a better understanding of our inner world. In case you haven't watched the introduction video, I'm gonna link it up above and down below so you get a better idea what this series is about. Also, I'm going to link the playlist of this series down below so you can watch all the other videos as well. The probably most important myth in getting an idea what Hestia's energy is about is the one where she got swallowed up by Kronos, her own father, to then later on be freed from Zeus. So basically, to give you a little background story, Kronos swallowed up all of his children because he got prophesied that one of his children would eventually overthrow him. In order to prevent them, he thought he was just gonna swallow up his children so the thing wouldn't happen. However, as we know, it ended up happening anyways, so I guess it was for naught. The way this is relevant is that Hestia was the firstborn of Rhea and Kronos and therefore was the first one to be swallowed up, but also the last one to be freed by Zeus. Which basically means she was the one who was the longest time confined into the darkness of Kronos, which basically represents her energy of sanctuary, of the home, of being inside, of being in solitude and looking inside. So her energy is not about achievements, finding recognition or getting recognition. She basically represents the part in ourselves that seeks inner reflection, inner stillness, that finds joy in simplicity. So she doesn't seek external achievement or recognition. So a balanced Hestia basically shows herself with a sense of inner peace, the ability to do the mundane things, the simple things in life, like routine work, cleaning the house, those kind of things, with a sense of calm and peacefulness. In our Hestia energy, we basically seek quiet moments throughout the days, the ability to go home and wind down. It's about being happy and at peace with who we are without needing that external validation. While in the past her role was to take care of the heart of the home, which back in the days was the center of the home, while an overemphasized Hestia might lead to extreme seclusion, like not being able to interact with the outside world and avoiding outside interactions, we might end up resisting to step out of our comfort zone and therefore always remain in our little bubble and refuse to grow as a human being. As the saying goes, your life begins outside of your comfort zone. So while it's important to have that inner sense of self and the connection to the inner self, it's also important that we don't kind of bubble up in that self by avoiding the outside world. On the other hand, a weak or underdeveloped Hestia can lead to a feeling of restlessness. Basically an inability to find inner peace or the inability to connect to our inner self. So I want you to think of the energy of Hestia as an energy of belonging, of feeling like you are where you belong, that you have found your place in the world, and not in the point of having found your purpose, but from the point of you're at ease wherever you are because you're at ease and in touch with yourself without the need to having achieve or be or do something. So with that in mind, I want you to look at your life and think on how Hestia manifests in your life. Is it something that comes easy to you? Are you at peace with yourself? Do you find it easy to calm down? Do you find joy in the simple things of life, in the mundane day-to-day tasks? Because Hestia is also about the routine work, doing the mundane stuff, but being content in doing so. So depending on how it shows up for you, you either want to start doing things like the mundane stuff like cooking and cleaning and house chores with more intention and find the joy in that simple action. Or if you're on the other side of the spectrum, it's maybe time to get outside of your comfort zone, to start doing things that go beyond what you are familiar with. So while it's important to have that calm inner sense where the drama doesn't affect you, it's also important to keep interacting with the outside world and not getting disconnected from it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one.